Do the numbers just speak for themselves, or is there some kind of other motive for the filing at this time, Joey?
No correlation at all, Mike. You kidding? I'm being sarcastic, obviously.
100 million each fight.
I would think close to $1 billion.
He probably is, but he spends like a mother. He probably has like a couple $100 million in jewelry.
Floyd writes on his Instagram, "Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, especially when it comes to the media."
Floyd Mayweather, who once earned more than $1.2 billion over his career, is reportedly on the brink of financial collapse, according to recent CNN coverage. Though he has long showcased a lifestyle filled with private jets, lavish homes, and luxury watches, insiders reveal that extravagant spending, unsuccessful business projects, and rising legal costs have severely impacted his finances. Reports suggest the former boxing champion is discreetly selling off possessions to manage his debts, while some sources warn that a bankruptcy declaration could be imminent.
Everything ends up this way. Well, everything does end up this way because people are surrounded by other people who make 10%, 20%, 5% on what the other guy brings home. So people are incentivized to push people to keep scaling and keep going and all eat when you eat. But I think it's very important for people to stand up and say, you know what? I don't think this thing needs to be that big. I don't think the valuation needs to get.
Floyd Mayweather once stood as one of the wealthiest figures in sports, reportedly earning more than $1.2 billion through fights, sponsorships, and public appearances. Yet, the fortune he built vanished almost as fast as it came. Instead of securing his wealth or planning for the future, Mayweather spent freely, acting as if his earnings would never end. His lifestyle featured extravagant items, from gold-accented private jets to collections of high-end supercars. Aiming to be the most lavish and high-profile athlete, he let opulence take precedence over financial prudence. Ironically, the very extravagance that earned him his nickname has now pushed him to the edge of financial ruin.
He's up there, bro. He's probably got to be at least 400 million. I mean, some of the purses from his fights are like 100 million each fight.
I would think close to $1 billion.
He probably is, but he spends like a. He probably has like a couple $100 million in jewelry. Have you seen like videos of his jewelry?
Yeah, some crazy. Let me see. Let me see what his net worth is. Mayweather net worth.
Them Googles be lying though, huh?
They be lying? You think?
I think so. It's probably not accurate. I mean,
let's see what they say. Exactly what you said. It says an estimated $450 million.
Yeah.
Richest boxer in the world. It's a lot of money.
Mayweather drew attention not only for remaining undefeated, but also for the enormous earnings tied to his fights. His showdown with Manny Pacquiao reportedly netted him over $250 million, while his exhibition with Conor McGregor generated comparable sums. For years, he was consistently labeled as the world's highest-paid athlete. Instead of using this money to secure his future, he treated it as fuel for extravagance. Lavish parties, private jets for his crew, and gambling sessions worth millions became a regular part of his lifestyle.
Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back street.
Floyd's money problems extend beyond lavish spending. His name has repeatedly appeared in legal disputes linked to risky business moves. In 2022, he was involved in a class action lawsuit over a cryptocurrency project many labeled a pump and dump. While the case was eventually dismissed, it showed his tendency to dive into hype-driven ventures without proper oversight. The situation worsened in 2024 when he faced another lawsuit, this time accused of directing his bodyguard to attack a man. The plaintiff demanded more than $3 million in damages. These legal battles further reveal a pattern of reckless and unpredictable financial choices.
How did that happen in your life?
What things happen? You know,
You know, I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, she was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, you know, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, you know, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, you know, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, you know, in my children's life.
Joe Rogan, never one to mince words, openly criticized Mayweather's apparent neglect of tax responsibilities. He cautioned that no matter how much wealth someone accumulates, ignoring taxes can lead to serious problems with the IRS. And he wasn't wrong. Numerous wealthy figures have faced downfall for the same reason. Rogan suggested that Floyd's flashy lifestyle could be masking significant financial fragility. The pattern Floyd appears to be following is far from unique.
I owe that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell them.
Mike Tyson once earned hundreds of millions during his boxing career, only to later file for bankruptcy after years of uncontrolled spending. Tyson had tigers, luxurious homes, and even a gold bathtub. Now Floyd appears to be repeating a similar pattern. Like Tyson, Mayweather showcases his cars, jewelry, and lavish properties. Yet beneath the surface, his financial situation seems precarious and unstable.
It's your main man, Made Man, back at it again, and y'all know how I get down over here. We talking boxing. Now, I am fresh off watching episode 1 of the All Access of the upcoming fight between Floyd Money Mayweather and Marcos Maidana. Now, a lot of people may have gotten a lot of things from watching that episode. You know, it was real flamboyant. We seen Floyd Mayweather tossing his money around as always, talking about the Miss Jackson situation. We seen Marcos Maidana looking focused, more so focused on his baby and everything. So those are a lot of the minor takeaways. But my major takeaway from this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, is I was quickly hit with a emotion of nostalgia, you know what I mean? Because seeing Floyd Mayweather with all this money and cars and clothes and hoes and yada yada yada, it just kind of reminded me. There was a small segment in that episode that stated that a lot of fighters believe in their immortality, you know what I mean? We've seen this before. So the question I ask, we have seen this movie before. Boxers traditionally going broke. You know, they start off well, so flamboyant with all this money and all these cars, and they have businesses they invest in. There's something special, you know, at least in their minds they are. And then after either retirement or near retirement or after the fight game has left them, traditionally boxers go broke, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying this is going to happen to Floyd Mayweather, but I swear on everything, man, I hope it doesn't happen to Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather is going to go down in the halls of history, ladies and gentlemen, as possibly top 3 to top 5 to top 10 of all-time greats. I mean, depending on how you view Floyd Money Mayweather. But however, he is definitely the #1 boxer of my era, ladies and gentlemen, of my time on this earth of watching the sport of boxing. No one has the skill set of Floyd Money Mayweather. Carve it up, chop it up how you like. Get on the debate about his opponents, all this other crap. We can have that for another video. But this man is going to go down in history as an all-time great without a doubt. And it's going to, and I understand the argument for those who may even present the argument that he's the #1 greatest of all time. I see valid points in that argument. I don't agree with that, but I see valid points in that argument. This is a great boxer. We are going to miss Floyd Money Mayweather when he leaves the sport, ladies and gentlemen. But the fact remains.
Ironically, Floyd has frequently discussed financial tactics, even mentioning a buy low, sell high strategy for his real estate deals. Yet his spending habits often clash with these statements. No one doubts Mayweather's genius in the ring. His defensive skill, timing, and fight intelligence secured his place as one of boxing's all-time greats. He retired without a single loss, an achievement few athletes can claim. But excelling in sports doesn't automatically mean financial savvy. Mayweather's concentration and discipline in boxing sharply contrast with his impulsive choices outside the ring.
Consistency when it comes to teams that you don't like and not a fan of, and they constantly win all the time. The Patriots went through the same thing. Small example, I'm gonna just take boxing for instance.
Right.
Floyd.
Yes.
Everybody loved when Floyd was winning early in his career.
Yes.
But when he kept winning,
yes,
he became the villain.
Yes.
And then everybody paying in and tuning in to see him lose.
Right.
That's it. He became the villain.
Even Floyd's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, has openly questioned his financial choices. In a frank interview, Jeff admitted he struggles to understand Floyd's unpredictable behavior, particularly his haphazard investments. Floyd seems to dive into business ventures without a solid plan, motivated more by ego than reason. His enormous real estate holdings draw skepticism from experts who know how volatile those markets can be.
I did. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily see Floyd very much, so we don't really get a chance to talk very much. And so I don't really know what's going on with him. I know he's doing things that, to better his life, like, buying homes and buying, different things. And so, I don't know exactly what he's doing. So, I haven't seen him in quite some time. And I haven't heard about him talking about doing any more exhibitions. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, I don't know, but I haven't heard anything.
I know the KSI's team would be happy to make their fights with him.
Floyd's issues with the IRS are a serious warning sign. Federal authorities reportedly once advised him to liquidate properties and pay his taxes, advice he ignored at great risk. When the IRS starts seizing assets, it indicates severe financial mismanagement. Floyd's failure to address his tax obligations proactively only intensified the problem.
Sit back, reporting. You guys all seen the headline saying Mayweather needs money, Mayweather has problems, Mayweather needs Conor McGregor. Well, the truth couldn't be further. Let me tell you, Floyd Mayweather just posted this on his Instagram, and I know it's true because anyone who was around Floyd Mayweather back after the Pacquiao fight in 2015 saw Mayweather with the $26 million paycheck for the IRS. And this is what Floyd writes on his Instagram. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, especially when it comes to the media in this country. While everyone is counting my money and assuming the worst, these are the facts. Uncle Sam received $26 million from me in 2015. What else could they possibly want? I'm sure I would have been notified much sooner if there were any real discrepancies, right? Bottom line, everybody just wants to be part of the Money May show, including the IRS. That's fine. You can crunch numbers all day, but in the end, my empire is rock solid and intact. Now calculate that. Hashtag TMT, hashtag Floyd Mayweather, hashtag TB.
Floyd eventually responded to the tax speculation by confirming he had settled $26 million with the IRS. However, rather than clearing up the uncertainty, his statement sparked even more curiosity. People wondered whether that covered the entire debt and if it was paid on time. The timing of the announcement appeared less like an act of openness and more like an effort to manage the narrative. Some observers believe the payment was intended primarily to quiet the mounting public scrutiny.
By showing on Instagram $26 million, a payment he made to the IRS. By the way, nothing makes your tax payment look shadier than when you're just holding up cash.
Right.
That's not a good look for the IRS. But he showed his actual, 26 million.
Then just pay him. Like, I don't know why, like, he's mad at the media. It's like, oh, you guys are making things up. No, it's leaked that you asked to pay after this fight. Like, you make all this money. If I was Mayweather, not only would I pay them on time, the IRS, I'd tip them. I'd be like, hey, here's what I owe you. Here's a little bit. Get your woman something nice, all right? How was Christmas for your kids? Oh, you're Jewish? Convert just for this Christmas.
In the face of ongoing lawsuits and financial alerts, Mayweather recently stated that he put $42 million into real estate, acquiring 62 properties in Manhattan entirely with his own funds. He emphasized that no external investors participated, yet skeptics question the credibility of this claim. Many see the timing and magnitude as overstated, particularly considering his other money-related troubles.
This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm the transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion.
Instead of reassuring the public, the announcement has fueled further doubt. If accurate, it points to a pattern of financial overreach. Mayweather's fixation on luxury items may be his biggest liability. Each high-end car, expensive watch, and gold chain contributes to a lifestyle that is increasingly unsustainable. Sources indicate that his monthly spending often exceeds his income. The numbers just don't align. And when those extravagant purchases carry hefty tax obligations, the problem only intensifies.
Mayweather is about to pay $2 billion to purchase a sports team and may never have to pay taxes again. The tax code offers these super wealthy so many methods to erase their income through deductions, and none is better than purchasing a sports team. Buying a sports team is like buying a unicorn real estate property. The value is always going to go up, the owner is going to make money, but on their tax return, they're going to use a strategy to report that they're losing money. See, the owner is actually allowed to write off the entire cost of the sports team against future income. This will allow Floyd to pay less in taxes. It's called amortization, which is very similar to depreciation. But if Floyd ever decides to sell the team, then the taxes will be owed. Who cares then? Because the taxes he was supposed to pay during those years, he's going to take that money, reinvest it for personal profit. See you, Floyd. Hit your boy up if you need help with taxes. My name is Duke, and I make taxes very easy to understand. Give me a follow.
Few moments highlight Floyd's flair for showmanship, like his recent journey to Mexico in a fully armored tank. While most people rely on luxury SUVs or private planes, he pushed extravagance to an entirely new extreme. The choice was clearly about spectacle rather than convenience. While such stunts can generate viral attention, they also expose someone deeply out of touch with financial reality.
Floyd Mayweather, like...
Well, I don't say kidnap, but you know, you got your passport taken. You can't come and leave when you want to go, but he ain't in jail, so
okay.
He's out at a 6-star hotel being Floyd, so I guess it ain't that bad, but we'll see. We're going to watch and see like everybody else.
That's crazy. I mean, when you think of Money Mayweather, you thinking like Floyd may have like $1 billion or something.
He did. He made $1 billion plus. Floyd made a lot of money. And I don't really know Floyd's business, so I'm not going to speak on Floyd's business, but Floyd's very, very, as the world knows, he's money made, very flashy. Look, man, you know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes. Say we made $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved up.
That's a fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, you know, he should be able to wire that.
I think he could do that with no problem. I think he got all the money in the world. I think they may not.
Mayweather's collection of luxury watches, reportedly valued in the millions, offers another glimpse into his relentless drive to flaunt wealth. social media is packed with images of glittering timepieces, each seemingly more lavish than the one before. While admirers might be impressed by the display, financial analysts view it as squandered money. Unlike investments, these watches lose value the moment they are purchased.
I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. Right here, I got 3 cases, and they're all full with watches. So when I travel, I like to take, if I'm going for 45 days, I like to take 45 watches with me. I like to have options. So everybody's always asking me, what's your favorite watch? Well, one of my favorite watch brands is Avi & Co. As you can see right here, I got this a few months back, and it's one of my favorite watches. One of the best brands in the world. That's just my personal opinion. I like the brand so much, I went and bought another watch just yesterday, Avi & Co. As you can see, Avi & Co. Now, let's talk about watches, let's talk about jewelry, let's talk about a few things. I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. So we'll set this to the side. Now, we want to give the people an appetizer or something light. So we give you 2 appetizers, then we give you a main course, just a few watches that I got while I travel. So check this out. We're gonna go here first. And of course, the company is Avi & Co. Crazy company. Now, I need you guys to come closer and check this out. So let me come to you guys.
When it comes to business, Floyd's track record is just as shaky as his spending habits. He has often prioritized quick profits over sound practices, diving into ventures that quickly became controversial. From questionable cryptocurrency projects to failed promotional deals, his portfolio reflects a series of impulsive choices. Building a financially stable empire requires planning, discipline, and integrity, qualities Floyd has rarely shown. As concerns about his money management grow, so does the risk that his empire could crumble under its own weight. Without a major shift, he risks being remembered not only as a legendary boxer, but also as a billionaire who lost everything.
I think it was like a $5 or $8 million 5-fight deal or something like that. You have to check the numbers, but he turned that down to start his own promotion. And when he was with HBO, he worked out that deal to do the 24/7, where you can see the behind the scenes. That was right around the time when reality TV was getting big. So you didn't have social media then. People began to build and know Floyd off of the 24/7. I can tell you right now, my wife even became a boxing fan from watching the 24/7s. So the timing of him becoming his own boss, which you're gonna make the majority.
That wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for more.